All righty, we are live again. We got a little watch-along party going on here. Game 3, Phillies Cubs. At the moment is a tie ball game, bottom third. Boys, nice to see you again.
What's happening? Yeah, so far it's been honestly nice win. Yesterday coming out, we scored 10 runs real quick.
Oh yeah,
Before that, on this little road trip, we have only scored 8, so that was cool. We get some runs, which made sense. They've been getting people on base. We've seen people on base. I think every inning so far for the Phillies early this game, but we have to stop shooting ourselves in the foot. Right early on here, we've seen Rojas again. Just stupid stuff, man. He has all the talent, and he's killing me with that stuff. I'm thinking he's going to be better as the season goes on. He needs to have a little bit more confidence to, just catch the damn ball. Just catch the damn ball.
Guys, if you are in the chat, welcome. I see you guys in there. Same routine as always. If you're here, hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it.
Oh,
we have a fun event planned here this evening. Bones and Slim got some nice trivia questions. We got some nice giveaways. So just hang out. Let's see an active chat, and we're just watching the ball game, baby.
Yeah, that was a filthy pitch by Nola, and it's a shame Nola was able to bounce back strong. That ball got lucky. It wasn't a home run, but still, that man should not have been on second. And then Turner. Can we talk about Turner? What are you guys feeling about Turner? He's been getting a lot of heat. I feel like this past week. Where are you guys at with Turner, a $300 million man?
He's been sucking a lot, and it started Friday. I was listening on the radio, and they had the bloop into left field where the wind was pushing the ball closer to the infield, and Turner basically didn't move. According to what I heard on Phillies radio with Scott Fransky,
right?
He just basically stayed pat, and the ball dropped in for a hit. And then we got deeper into the game, and there was a play where someone stole second base, and Turner went with the swipe slide or swipe tag instead of the just putting it straight down. And Fransky and Kevin Stocker, they went off. I thought Larry Anderson was in the booth when that happened, because Stocker went off right away, like saying like that shouldn't happen. Basically, he said Bobby, I think his name Dickerson.
Yep.
The infield coach, when he teaches that, he's always right to the bag, down with the glove, not like a swipe tag. And if that's happening, and that's what he's teaching, and it's always with Turner, like this isn't the first time where he missed the tag with that, bench his ass. Like something's got to be done. Like it can't keep happening over. Like if that's what they're teaching and they're not doing it, like that's when you got to bench somebody. And we've seen it back in the day with like Charlie Manuel. He did it with Jimmy Rollins quite a few times. Like if it wasn't something where he was preaching, he was getting benched for it. Like something's got to be done, because
100%.
If that's happening, then in my eyes, they're losing. If you're not calling players out, then you're going to start losing respect from the players within, saying like, "Oh, we can do whatever we want and get away with it."
Bones, I think if you notice, what's his name is extremely arrogant himself. I didn't realize this until honestly this week, and I'm talking about Topper, right? Topper's being sarcastic even after yesterday's W. So I think the players kind of take on that we're really good and things are going to come mantra. With that being said, welcome back, Bones. We missed you the last episode.
Oh yeah, I got a lot on my mind since I missed the last episode.
Well, good, because I got a question for you. While you were gone, we were trying to figure out because we saw Harper try to make his comments, but Harper's kind of like a stiff personality. He's a whatever, 500, $600 million man. But who do you see? Do you think there's anyone in that locker room that can really call the team out and say, hey, we got to be better?
Kyle Schwarber.
Schwarber's your guy. Why is that?
He's been the most vocal the last couple of years. He's been in the playoffs every year he's been in the major leagues. So he's the guy with the most experience when it comes to that.
Crazy.
And yes, it is. And to me, like I was thinking about this for a while, and I think I said it not long ago, like Harper's got to start being held accountable. Like he's not going to be the player that's going to speak out, but his actions are going to speak louder than his words. And right now, he's not doing that. Yesterday, he had an all right game, but before that, and like in the Mets series, just his approach at the plate is just looks like he doesn't care. And in my eyes, he's getting he hasn't lived up to his contract with the Phillies.
Really?
Yeah. And
what makes you say that?
Like he had the second half of 2022 where he won the MVP and like the bedlam at the bank. Other than that, like what has he done? Like, and now like that they're losing, his leadership I think is starting to come out more and more to where he's not like saying he's like I said, he's not saying much, but he's not playing well either. And you go back to his days in Washington, the year he leaves, they win the World Series. So is he?
What does that mean, though? Because didn't Soto come up that year?
Like we get on Boom about like when he's not hitting well, like being a baby. Is Harper the same way? He's not. He's just being held to a different standard because he's Bryce Harper. He pans to the fans.
I think it's really tough to say that Harper hasn't lived up to his contract. I think the biggest criticism anybody can make is the durability, right? Because he had the injury problem, which is obviously a difficult thing to blame on someone because you also have to remember he did a pretty good job at recruiting talent here. Turner, which that's another conversation.
Double-edged sword. Double-edged
sword, but we went to the World Series and the NLCS.
No, I'm with you. I disagree with Bones too, especially. I mean, Harper came out to Bones's point, and Harper was like, "Hey, I think I need another 10 days, and I'll be with it."
There you go, baby.
But he's not.
Foul ball.
But like you said, after those 10 days, he's not totally with it completely yet. But we know there's going to be a month where Harper's going to be batting close to 400, have 6-8 home runs in that month. He's going to have some big months here.
Yeah.
And we've seen that. Is he a top 10 hitter in the league? No, he's nothing like that, but he's pretty good. And like what Devo said, he brought us we've been in the playoffs recently after a couple of really, really terrible years. And as I age as a fan, we really do got to appreciate that aspect of it as well. I want to go back. You said you answered my question with Schwarber.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and you're saying you would have benched Turner, Bones, but really what I'm thinking about is how about Turner says something? How about he says, yo, I'm going to be better. I'm the shortstop. I'm borderline a captain type player, right? We see the Team USA is coming back up pretty soon. We saw him right before we got it. He played excellent at that, hitting homers left and right. I don't know if some of the Red Rider have seen it or not, but the Philly show at Ruben Amaro, Zielecki, and Salisbury interviewed Mark Del Rosa, and they were saying how Turner, Schwarber, Romutos, those dudes are leaders on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly think at this point, I would love to see. I still think this core has a lot more left to give than we're giving them credit for. All those people that are hating on the age and stuff, I do kind of disagree with that 100%. I know last week I said I wouldn't extend Romuto, but I would love to see Turner take accountability. And when I say take accountability, I mean come out and say, I'm open to do whatever it is that's best for the team. right?
Well, that's one thing. Like Harper, when Harper's approached about that, like he didn't come out and directly say that about going back to the outfield.
But unless we trade for a dude who's a great first baseman, what would be the move? Is it who's the other first baseman? You flip Bone because the question really is we're talking about trying to get Sosa in the lineup. Really, is that like that? Like when we do the when we bring it down to
another not Sosa, but someone that's more like consistent. Maybe it's via trade. Maybe it's moving Bone over to first. I don't know, and getting somebody else in here.
Yeah,
but I mean, he didn't come out and directly say that. Like, hypothetical. Apparently, he said it with bringing Pete Alonso, but that wasn't out. That was behind closed doors. I want to hear him say that in public.
I see what you're saying.
So he lives up to it. Like lives up to his word.
It wasn't behind closed door. He said whatever reported he said it to. He said it to
Rosenthal.
He said it to someone
Colony, one or the other. Yeah, this is a great conversation. Bones, this is a great opportunity for you to introduce the little quiz game that we have going on today. Chat, I see you guys. We're going to jump into your comments. Bones, introduce what we have going on tonight.
All right, so tonight we're going to do what's our prize, Dev?
We got a couple really exciting.
Reveal the prize for this
we got
one.
Some koozies, baby. Some City Connect koozies.
There we go. We got
there you go.
So tonight we're going to play a game of Who Am I? So you see this game down at the ballpark where they reveal like different.
We got a rubber duck back there.
That's the dog playing with his Mr. Potato Head.
Is that what? Yeah.
But you see down the ballpark, they got the Who Am I, and they like reveal like clues, and then eventually they'll like pull the puzzle pieces away, and it'll be the player.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight I'm going to give out a clue. So it's a former Philly, and it's post 1994, so post the strike era of 1994, so 1994 to now, and it could be drafted, signed free agent, trade, anything.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight it's a second round draft pick. Could be by the Phillies, it could be from somewhere else. He's a second round draft pick, but he played with the Phillies at one time. So we're going to start with a hard one. Look up some second round picks that played for the Phillies.
So we're just guessing any second round pick who's ever came through and played for the Phillies.
That's the first guess. I can't give it away.
That's insane. You know? All right, we need a second guess.
Well, no, hold on.
He's going to give a couple minutes.
Yeah.
What's the year? Did we get the year?
1994 to now. And this ain't for you. This is for our fans.
That's for you. That's for the audience. Number one, Slim. I know you want this koozie, but simmer down. And here's the other thing. Let's get to this chat activity. So no fireball guessing here, folks. So say a guess. You can't say 100 guesses. So we saw go one in the chat there. Slim, is my microphone coming okay? Fine.
It sounds good. It sounds better now.
Okay.
But
thank you.
It does sound like
Come on.
Reese and Nitty are making whoopee back there.
Oh, absolutely. So let's get to some of this chat activity. We got a guest here. So Steve Cos, when did Trey Turner turn into Wilson Ramos on the base path? I hear you there, brother. Bruce P coming in the chat here. Schwarber is the glue of the team. He needs to step up. I 100%. Eric N in the chat. There are so many Phillies stealing money. We need to hire Steve Cos law firm to recoup the money. I feel that, brother. And then we have two guesses here, and Bones confirm if these are correct. First guess from Ryan A. Mike Schmidt.
Nope.
All right, good guess, Ryan. Second guess from Shane R. Bobby Baseball, Bobby Abreu.
Not Bobby Baseball. 2 Hall of Famers. That's a good one, but no, not today.
Okay.
That's laughable to say Bobby Abreu is a Hall of Famer.
Well, you mean
I'll tell you what, talking about to Mike N's comment, I think it was
Wall
Mike.
Famer, 2 Wall of Famers.
The two, I would be hiring them because we got to re-sign. I think we're going to end up re-signing. We should do it now, Remuto and Schwarber. We really just need Turner to open up his flexibility to make us a better baseball team. You know,
you really just say you re-sign JT Realmuto?
I said it. Yeah, I think he re-signed. Who else?
Did you see that throw? Did you see that throw yesterday he made on the attempt to steal that?
Yeah, I'm saying
Sorry.
re-sign him. Did I send out
Get
text
one, man.
yesterday saying Ramuto was cooked? I 100%.
10,
So you
15, 10.
I sent out you want Ramuto there because you want, first off, you want him there to mentor the young kid Tate, Wardo Tate, for when he comes up.
speed. One pick per clue. Good clarification. Good clarification question.
And it doesn't seem like Marshawn's not the guy. There's no one out there. You guys we're not going to have a catcher next year. So and Ramuto, he's in decent shape. He looks pretty healthy. Yeah, is there flaws here and there, but he's baseline. He's pretty good, and he's a leader. We just need, I'm telling you, we really just need Turner to open up his flexibility.
More than half the teams in baseball don't have a catcher. We don't need to re-sign a guy who can't hit his weight. And,
that's why he's advantage having. That's why you re-sign him.
He can barely. He's not throwing guys out at the bag anymore.
He would have had one. I mean,
he spiked one.
He looked terrible yesterday. He'll be back.
Just above the mound.
It was cold and windy yesterday. He was throwing into the wind.
Yeah, okay, you sound like Aaron Nola.
Well, he doesn't always use it. You can use it in Wrigley once. You can use it once in Wrigley.
Two more guesses. Rhys Hoskins.
Nope.
Good one.
Nope. Not Rhys Hoskins. Okay.
Second round pick.
Good guess.
We drafted Hoskins though. That's the difference.
Yeah, this could be an outside.
Yeah.
That's some of that second clue's coming because I knew that first clue was ridiculous. He's a second round pick.
I said it could be a trade. It could be via draft.
That's what makes it harder. It makes it more broad when you open.
Yeah, we could be here for a while. I'm trying to extend the show here.
Did you confirm if Ricky Jordan was correct or not?
Not Ricky Jordan. That's a good guess. Ricky Jordan.
Let's go pull by you, Eric.
Last week, Bones, you weren't here, but I said something stupid. I was trying to trade Turner for Mason Miller. And
I wanted to get on it.
The only reason it was stupid though. Hold on, before I'll let you speak in a second. But the only reason it was stupid because Turner does have a no trade clause. I'm on board with trading Crawford for Mason Miller. I want that on the record now.
Well, here's another reason it was stupid. The A's. When was the last time the A's had a guy that had $30 million on their payroll? That made $30 million.
Right. It was never going to happen.
More than half their payroll.
But I would trade Crawford. I think.
For what?
Dude,
is your closer the problem right now?
Well, no. Another arm is though.
No, well, your closer.
You could have Strom, you could have Miller, and you could have Alvarado.
And Dombrowski's not going to do that because he would have to extend Miller, and he didn't want to do it with Hoffman. He didn't want to do it with Estevez. He doesn't do it with relievers, period. He doesn't give them more than a 1 year deal. Strom got lucky. He was on the team. He got 2 years.
Yeah, like I said, so at this point, you guys would just roll the dice and not have a catcher next year? Because I would really.
Everybody else does it.
Yeah, I don't think that's smart. I would keep both Schwarber and Noah looks like he's back.
Well, here's the thing, dude. The obvious statement is it depends on how JT plays this year, right? Because that will really dictate his value.
He's not doing well.
Say with me, they're not Tobias Harris. They're different. They're different than Tobias Harris, both of them guys.
Tobias Harris in the playoffs.
Yeah, did you see how I did today?
They won, didn't they?
No,
I don't. Thank you, Jamie.
We got a producer over here.
I want them to score right before the podcast.
That's perfect. Love it.
But you were talking about the base pass yesterday. I'm not sure who is batting and who is the Phillies wound up scoring a run. I think it was Bohm was on second base, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a ball hit the center field. PCR made a catch right in front of the ivy. And Alec Bohm was left standing on second base. There was, I think there was either 0 or 1 ounce.
I know exactly what sequence you're referring to.
And everybody I was with was saying, why isn't he on third base? And it's the truth. The guy's running on, it's 400 and something feet to center field in Wrigley. I think it's 400 on the nose. But he's going back. He's going to the wall. The guy's going to have to turn. He's going to have to catch it, make the turn, and throw the ball in, and Bohm's still on second base. Like, I don't know who the base running coach is, but it's really not good right now. Because we've seen the play earlier in the week where Lofton sent Castellanos from third.
Yeah.
Right.
Got gunned down. Cost
And
the
then
Phillies a run.
Doesn't go later.
Doesn't go later. Cost the Phillies a run, possibly. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that play when that happened. Eventually, next at bat, Bill wound up scoring from third on a base hit. But like at that point, you gotta be standing on second base, knowing it's either going to get caught, and if it doesn't get caught, you're going to score anyway,
Right.
or you're going to be standing on third base, and he was left standing on second. And when you're not getting runs the way you're supposed to, like they did yesterday, but not manufacturing runs, like you can't be doing stupid stuff like that on the base pass.
And you're right. It infuriates you when you see stuff like that. I don't recall it off the top of my head. I can't visualize. I think I was probably listening to the game at that point, driving somewhere. But it's kind of been a theme with this team because if you're listening, our fundamentals and our defense just isn't our brand. At this point, we still are. We're not totally boom and bust. We're starting to see a lot more pitches with Stott. And kudos to Stott. He's been playing excellent. He's made a couple plays defensively so far this game. And he's the reason why this game's tied up as well. But really, our brand of baseball is we're going to outscore you. So we need to score. We need to score because the defense right now isn't it. And obviously the fundamentals, I know we're seeing more pitches, but like you said, once we get on the base pass, sometimes we even also saw Schwarber, right? So that was another time. So it's been, and we're talking about just the last 5-6 days. So that's
You got
already
doubled up at first. You're talking about
right. So yeah, we're talking about the last 6 days or so, and that's 4 instances off the top of our heads from veteran players.
Bones, to kind of go back to your original question about base running, I was going to bring this up anyway. So I was listening on the radio the other day, and Fransky and Stock were talking about what feels like this has happened a million times this season, where we have a guy on second, right? And we need a run. There's less than 2 outs, and the single gets hit into right center, and the runner gets held up at third. And I couldn't help but think the speed of our runners has really cost us probably, again, this just might be me hyper focusing on this, at least 3 or 4 runs this year, where Castellanos, Bohm, Schwarber, they're getting held up at third, where a majority of your runners, a Stott, a Turner, would get sent on them. So that has been, and again, this is happening during a streak where we're not scoring any runs. So it's been extra painful. Have you guys felt that and noticed that at all?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why it pops up more. Like you're starting to see it more now, like that play I was talking about from yesterday.
Yep.
And like when you get in these games, especially like Noel Wheeler, they're not getting runs that they should. And you go back and look at it, and they're having to start pitching like tighter because they're not getting these runs. So it's like a effect that's going to go throughout the game, starting with the pitchers,
100%,
the batters. So it's really frustrating.
Very frustrating. We have another guest in the chat here, Jimmy Rollins.
Let me try something on this one, Devo.
Jimmy Rollins. No, it's not Jimmy Rollins. Great guesses, though. You guys are throwing out all the heavy hitters. All right, my next, since we're between innings here, I'll roll out the next guest. This guy is a 4-time All-Star.
Ooh.
4-time All-Star.
That's helpful.
Second round pick, 4-time All-Star. Chris, you're on mute.
What year did we get him after?
This is all post 1994.
Post 94. Let me think. You said he was a second round pick and he had four All-Stars.
Yep. And
Well,
again,
just-
this is for our viewers, not for you.
I know.
This is
Well,
for
I was
the
just going
viewers.
to. Yeah,
And
I
just
know.
let me bring the viewers into some inside baseball too, guys. Not only is this for the viewers, Slim is also in the group chat where we discussed the answer to this today.
Was I in the?
He's still
in the group,
he was definitely in it because
tell you what, in the group chat and in the conversation are different
Facts.
things.
it's not a regular group chat. It's just me, you, and Deb.
Yup.
I mean, that's a regular group chat. He asked
Where
me.
we discuss the show and the preparation. Another guest here, Chase Utley.
Chase, as what's his name? Brian Roberts would say, Chase Ugly. That used to piss me off during the playoffs. No, it's not Chase Utley. And he was a first-round pick, if I'm correct, 17th overall.
Correct.
Hmm.
Sal Fasano.
Sal's pals. Talk about the groups that we had,
Yeah.
Definitely not Sal Fasano. He was a second-round pick.
Sal was?
No, I don't know. I'm saying if he was a second-round pick, must have been a bad draft.
And Cliff Lee, next guest.
Clifton Pfeiffer Lee. No, it's not him.
I'll tell you what, we got some good guesses so far.
Yeah, we're rolling them in. Just the wrong ones.
All right, so we're here in the bottom of the fifth. Still a tie ball game. Nola on the hill. Nola looking good so far. About a little under 70 pitches through 5 innings.
Yep, and this is the self-destruct innings for Nola, the 5th and 6th. So let's see if he gets through the next 2. And as I see that one's a line down the left field line, foul. I forget what I was going to say. I forget what I was going to say. That ball the other day it's starting to piss me off with Turner more and more. Like even defensively now, like he was doing good for the first 3 weeks, and then you see in the last week and a half, he can't stop a nosebleed. Anything that's hit them, and then lackadaisical with the play the blooper, like I talked about earlier. Like this stuff's it's got to come to a head at some point.
Absolutely.
Here's a factoid. Did you know? You guys ever see anybody ever see Little Big League?
Never seen it, but the trivia question. You want to hit him with the trivia question, Joshua? It has a couple parts here. You want to tell him the trivia question?
Yeah, catch him up, Bones.
Yeah. So this guy, it's a Who Am I? Is the game we're playing tonight. He was a second-round draft pick that played for the Phillies. Doesn't mean he was drafted by the Phillies. He was either drafted, traded for, signed via free agency. Could be anything. Rule 5 draft. Doesn't matter.
I got it.
That was the first. Yep, we gave you the answer.
I got it. But like I said, I wasn't in that. I wasn't conversating.
So he just read the chat finally.
Yeah, no, I didn't even read the chat.
The second guess was he was a 4-time All-Star. We haven't got to the third one yet. We'll wait maybe an inning and a half for that one.
And Josh, just so you know, so there's no spitfiring guesses. You could say so at this point you can say one guess and then you can get one guess per clue that gets released.
And then back to our also in the chat, Shane asked about the broadcast. You know, when I'm watching the game, I actually had the broadcast off now when I go live. But usually I'm fine with all the different broadcasts. Bones is the broadcast expert here. I give everybody a fair shake. I think I like everyone's point of view. I think everybody's unique and special. I'm a softie with the broadcast. I don't give too much of a hoot about it.
So, as I was saying, the movie Little Big League, you guys never seen it?
No.
The kid his grandfather is the owner of the Minnesota Twins. He dies. He becomes the owner.
I'm going to look it up.
Himself the manager. Billy Haywood. Come on.
I'm
And-
sure. I'm sure.
And back to the point with the mid-game interviews, we got lucky because it looked like when they were interviewing Crow Armstrong or whatever, that that's when we got that little. That's when Stott got that extra base there on that triple. So
Yeah,
that
a
was
lot
cool.
of people don't like that.
I think it's cool. I like it. I like hearing it.
I like it. It doesn't bother me.
But every time, like, oh, I hope something
On the
happens.
field.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. You gotta be really engaged. It could definitely mess you up.
Yes, I know Little Big League. Only 35% Rotten Tomatoes. Damn, no love for that one. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, the movie kind of sucked.
I haven't seen it in probably 20 years. When did it come out? 93? 94?
In the 90s somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to shout out something real fast, a little Slim prediction. First off, if you were following Slim Pick'em, so far so good. We got about four. Oh, what's here? What here? They went in. All right, it's only one out. There's two out still. Right to the guy I want to talk about. Kepler was on the radio being interviewed, and he's been given some kudos to Kevin Long. So I know a lot of people got the torch up to Kevin Long's behind, but I don't think these people are going anywhere anytime soon. I think Kevin Long, first off, Rojas is still hitting a little bit. So even if Kevin Long was about to get fired, he could say, hey, look at him. He's doing at least something. And I think if Kepler starts getting on here, it's going to be a big what's this? An out? Good, an out.
Yep.
Good.
So going to the 6th.
And if Kepler ends up getting some hits here, I think that's going to be, like I said, that's going to be some love towards Kevin Long here, the people everybody hates. I'm starting my approval rating for our arrogant Topper and Kevin Long are starting to go positive again. All right, but this is a big game here. I'm not gonna front.
They're getting on base. They're just not. It's situational hitting. It's just pitiful. Like the other day, this was as of Friday, they were batting a cool 188 with runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but if they're hitting the ball hard, which I don't have the numbers, but I've heard through the grapevine they were on these savant metrics and advanced metrics, and we saw even yesterday that the wing played an R factor. We scored 10 runs after scoring 8 all week. Right now we're not doing nothing again, but hey, Topper's right when he talks about the randomness of baseball. You hate to say it, but he's right. And that's what breaks people's brains. And that's why people are calling into the radio. That's why we have some people in the chat. That's why people lose their minds, but it breaks their brains. But their baseball is 100% random. You really are just hoping that these guys have 1 or 2 good months and that they fall in a timely fashion, period. That's why I'm pro, because we don't know what Crawford's going to be. We're kind of hyping up Crawford and these other guys because of our needs. And I think that's a good thing because that makes them higher sell candidates. So I really would maybe the Royals. I think the Royals aren't real contenders and they're supposedly have some bullpen arms, but let's look around. We need bullpen arms. We need someone who's not just pretty good, someone who's really good to throw back there with Schramm, Alvarado, and maybe hopefully Kerkering. And then here's the other thing. Let's talk about because what happened today. I think Sanchez was either supposed to start or supposed to test something out today, throw the ball around today or maybe yesterday. But Suarez pitch, he looked filthy. No runs scored against him. Set over 75 pitches. I think like 4 or 5 innings. He's looking nasty. He's not going to the bullpen. That idea you can nip in the butt. But what you could see is we have Joe Ross. And we just saw, I think it was the Athletics did this. And the dude, they start the reliever, right, in inning 1.
It's an opener.
Then, you had the opener. And then your next guy goes from inning 2 to 8 or 2 to 9 sometimes.
Game.
Yeah. Well, I think we can do that more and more often, potentially. I wouldn't be opposed to it at all with on Suarez's starts and Walker starts, starting Joe Ross that first inning or someone like that. So, yeah. Maybe I don't want to give some hints yet, but maybe Joe Ross might be my field of love coming later this week.
Don't tease that. So
he has to do more. He has to do more before he gets that.
Another hard hit ball by Stoddard there. Again, we're tie ball game, top of the 6th. We have another guest here, Bones. Mike Lieberthal.
Nah, not Lieberthal.
Not Lieberthal. And we have a question for you, Bones. Did you ever get to finish your thought on the little big league thing?
No, I didn't.
All right, well, please.
Well, I'm still wondering what little big league is too, because it seems like it's a. Go ahead.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah.
His mom is the one that plays Billy Haywood's mom in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And she was a nice little number back in the day. I don't know what she's looking like now, but
30 years later.
Yeah. But Turner up tonight. He's 2 for 2. But I want to touch back on Chris mentioned like the numbers with like the hard hit balls, and like I mentioned it a few weeks ago with Boom. Like he was like one of the top guys who he was hitting hard hit balls, wasn't getting the numbers.
Right.
So he goes on his little hitting streak. He raised his average, I think it was like 60 points in like a week and a half, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris talked about like the Phillies like hitting the ball hard now. All right, they're hitting the ball hard now. But when these guys are on base, they're not hitting the ball hard. And they're not able to produce these runs. Like it's not timely hitting when they're doing it. Like when they're hitting these hard hit balls.
Oh,
right.
Perfect.
And the Cubs hit us with it the other day, manufacturing runs. They had the suicide squeeze where they scored the run. When was the last time you seen the suicide squeeze in a baseball game?
You don't see it a lot.
You ain't going to see it from the Phillies because they ain't got a guy that can bunt. Let alone roll a guy over, like hitting a ball over to second base. Like I watched an interview with Chipper Jones, and he was talking about like he can't stand watching the game today. Like it's because with less than 2 outs, you're not going to see a guy try to hit the ball less than 2 outs with a runner in second or third. You're not going to see a guy try to hit the ball to first or second base, or even with a guy on third to deep, short, or second.
There you go.
They're just going for the home run.
We're hitting the ball hard here.
And this guy's at bat last week against the Mets. Looked like the playoffs last year. 3 pitches, up and out. He was done.
That was
all right. Here comes the top of their order, right? Third time through.
Yeah, I got Kyle Tucker in fantasy, so you know where I stand on that.
This is kind of where, we're going into the 6th, but this is kind of where Nola got in some trouble last week. Did he go to the 7th to get himself in trouble? Was it the 6th? He should have.
It was the 6th.
He should have been pulled earlier. That's for sure. But I'm fine with him going out there. I forget what his pitch count was. It was a little bit higher as I was tracking it earlier in the game here, but I lost count. So I'm eager to see where his pitch number's at when he comes back out here real quick. But yeah, why were they showing the Chicago's third baseman? They were. Like I said, I have it muted here. Do you guys also? I'm guessing have it muted. The chat. Why were they showing the Chicago's? What's his name? Trywan, whatever. I don't even know who he is. He bats last, plays third for him tonight.
Yeah, I have no idea. I got a little mute.
I didn't even see that.
As you were talking about Crow Armstrong's mom, they were talking about a player who's actually in the game.
How many more hints do we have?
I got a couple here. I can go all night.
Okay. Do you want to drop
I'll give
a hint or?
I'll give my third one here. So
Okay.
I'll repeat for anybody that's just joining.
Yeah.
We're playing Who Am I? For what's our prize tonight again, Dev?
We got this limited edition City Connect koozie.
All right, and that will go good for the tailgate next Saturday.
Oh yeah, we'll
May
have to
3rd.
tease that.
So the first hint I gave this player was a second round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
He played for the Phillies. He could have been drafted by the Phillies. They could have traded for him. They could have signed him free agency. Rule 5 draft. Played for the Phillies. Nobody got it.
I got it. Can I give a hint?
Second hint I gave, he was a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah.
Could have been with the Phillies, could have been with another team. The third hint I'm going to give, this guy was a 2-time World Series champion.
Oh.
2-time
You gotta
World
get it now.
Series champion.
If you guys are diehards, come on now. Come on. The last one. Rule 5 gives it away. If you're diehards, Rule 5 gives it away. It really does.
I don't need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, there they go. Dogs are acting up tonight.
They still want the pictures.
There we go. Kyle Tucker to lead it off, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about Walker's start the other day? 86 pitches in 3 innings. They just kept on fouling everything off. I felt bad for him.
38 inning, 38 pitch inning, right?
Crazy.
Scott Rowland, guess.
Not Scott Rowland. Near and dear to my heart, but it's not Scott Rowland. Scott Rowland was a first-round pick, by the way. So you guys need to rub up on your
Actually, I think Scott Rowland might have been a second-round pick.
I don't know.
I think he might have been.
Hope not. I look like an asshole right now.
We can do a chug bet on that. I'm pretty
All
sure,
right.
pretty sure Scott was a second-round pick.
How's that Johan Rojas?
I was really hoping the Phils would jump out a little bit earlier today on this this pitcher here. This guy's a vet, been around for a minute. He got his 1,000th strike in the first inning there on Stott. But yeah, the Phillies had some success scoring early against Miami. I was hoping to continue, and obviously against the Mets we did nothing. But then yesterday again we scored some runs. But yeah, I was hoping we would score at least a few runs on this starter here. I can't. He was only at 70 pitches, so he'll probably be out the next inning. You think? If he is, I'll love it.
The Phillies in general had success against Italian as a team, like his last few starts against them, where they rocked.
Yeah, I remember when he was in Pittsburgh. It wasn't good stuff. So I'm hoping, hopefully they can bring him back in this inning and we can do something.
This feels like a win.
It does feel like a win. It feels like a win.
Right? Yeah.
You guys, come on.
Second round, 93.
It feels like a victory. That's what I'll say, right? It feels like a victory.
How do you differ a victory and a win in your definition on those two?
Because I'm trying to help the chat.
Okay.
I'm subliminally helping the chat. Not even subliminally. Other ways.
Do not listen to Chris here.
Yeah.
I am.
Like he knows the answer and he's giving out wrong clues.
I don't know the answer.
You do. Because
I haven't looked. I did not see whatever you text. I had no idea. And did you understand my subliminal clue?
Yes, I did. And it's not him.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's not him.
Because I just got a text from somebody. How are they not getting this? And he said 2 answers, and it wasn't either of them.
Yeah.
It's not the one I'm thinking of.
No, it's not.
Then let me guess.
No. Why are you're acting like a?
Because he's saying I don't even know it.
You're ruining. We have an entire game where we have a prize on the line for the listeners, and you're trying to spoil the thing. And you did it last week too. Come on, get with it, Slim. And we have another guest, Roy Halladay.
No, not Roy Halladay.
Okay.
When did Roy Halladay win a World Series? Who guessed that?
Bruce.
Try again, Bruce.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have another YouTube account. I'll be in the chat.
Roy Halladay's a loser.
I'll be in the chat as Carl.
This wasn't an easy one.
Not an easy one.
Yeah.
I think my next clue that will be the gimme.
Yeah.
They don't get it after this. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
At some point, do you start sounding like Hugh Douglas? I was able to listen to their show a couple times, and he does
Use clues.
Yeah.
Clues.
and no one ever knows what the heck he's talking about. It seems like it. That's the theme of that show.
Yeah, what can this be called?
Uh,
Chat, any good suggestions for this segment for Bones's clues or something like that?
I don't know.
You got any ideas, Slim?
Was that a suggestion in the back from producer
Yeah.
man?
That was an I don't know.
Oh. I'm thinking about something like, I don't know. I'm thinking something about like a dog digging a bone or bones in a graveyard.
Okay.
I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Bones.
Something with Scooby-Doo, maybe? Since he's a clue.
Hmm. Yeah, we got to get back to the
So, Deb, why don't you go over Saturday?
Yes.
nice. Wrigley's looking nice.
Good opportunity. So this Saturday is what I would describe as our largest tailgate of the season. So we have a very, very exciting day for you. So beginning at 3 p.m. in Jetro parking lot, that's where we always do it, we will be hosting a thank you tailgate. So for all the Red Riders, this is our way of saying thank you to you. So we'll have some drinks, we'll have some food, and even more exciting, we have some live music. So come hang, come join us. It's going to be a blast. If you are interested in learning more information, you have any questions, send a direct message to any of our socials, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, YouTube. We will answer. So this Saturday, what's the date? Is that the
3rd, May 3rd.
May 3rd? Come hang. Jetro, 3 o'clock. We'll be there from 3 to like 6.
Schwarber's ice cold, man.
Ice
Yes.
The other thing I wanted to say really quick, because this gentleman has not claimed his prize yet. 2 weeks ago at our last live chat, a guy that won the Philly Fanatic action figure, he never reached out. So if you are listening, your name was something 69. So grow up on that one. Yeah, it was like Coforna 69 or something.
Giggity.
Yeah. That guy, reach out, send an Instagram message or something so we can track you down and send you that prize. If you don't, you get a year. You get 1 year.
What was the question?
What was the question? I don't even remember. We'll have to go back and look. One of you guys.
Fanatic one, right?
It was the Fanatic one. Yeah, he won
okay.
the Fanatic one. Yeah.
Fanatic's best friend.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He got the Fanatic best friend one.
Okay.
So that guy has not claimed his prize yet. So reach out. Red Rider Riddles. That's not horrible.
Chris got to announce that one every week when we do it.
Yeah, that's a nightmare for your mouth. Nightmare. Shane Victorino, guess.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just going to say this now. He's not a Rule 5 draft pick.
Yeah, where did that come?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought I heard it. Did you guys say? I thought it was a clue.
That's another clue that I don't have on there. He's not a Rule 5 draft pick. So it's not the Flying Hawaiian.
So the clue is that he's not one?
No, I just gave you one because you were putting out thinking he's a Rule 5
people
draft
got Google and AI and they're struggling. They're absolutely struggling. Bones, there's something wrong.
Oh, look at that.
That's right.
Even Bermuda gets lucky.
Need some runs.
Bones, what did you play my lullaby for your dogs and daughters?
Oh yeah, I went right to sleep to it. It was good.
Speed, I was wrong on all fronts.
Yeah, I'm with you. Relax. Just relax. Yeah, the Phillies, they're putting up better numbers than they were last year. That's all I can. That's the only ammo I got. Like they're putting up almost identical numbers to what they were last year, except for hitting. They're hitting better. Like their bullpen numbers and everything.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm still a believer. We're not even 40
Daydream
games in.
believer.
But I do think the Mets are nice. The Mets are definitely nice. They ended up losing today, which was huge. I think you sent me the text, which was nice to see. Yeah, nightmare scenario for them, especially with that bullpen, which was golden. But yesterday I noticed, I'm gonna be noticing this all year, just the way the Mets, when they have their best bullpen guys in, who they are,
Uh-oh.
I told you this guy.
Oh,
I thought it was an answer coming in.
Yeah.
You guys are probably about, I don't know, 30 seconds. Why is YouTube TV slower? What the hell's wrong with YouTube TV?
I'm watching YouTube TV.
All right, then why is... Yeah, who knows? Here's my man, Kepler. Kepler, take him yard. Okay, that's what you guys saw.
I'm going to read right back here.
All right, we are entering the bottom half of the 7th inning tie ball game, 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, we got to figure something out here now that we're going to get into the bullpen. There's a setting you can get written. Really?
That seems
okay.
That's an ideal setting right there.
Look at that picture. Look at great photo for Bones in the background there. Beautiful.
Yes, that's hilarious. So I've noticed this. His camera has like a facial recognition thing where it always zooms in on a face. So I think that's why it's doing that.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because it'll zoom away.
But yeah, how we feeling? As we're going to get Nola's going to get trotted back out here again.
Where's this pitch total at? Let's see here.
It's a good question. I don't got it up. But yeah, those who followed the Slim Pick'ems, they end up going 4 and 5 over the weekend for plus 295 units.
Let's go.
We're now 11 and 29 for the year, minus 7.1 units, and we got the Phillies tonight. And if the Phillies hit, that will be plus 1.7 units. If they lose, we'll be down another unit. We need the Phillies to win by 2, though. So what's going to end up happening, I'm hoping, is we get to this bullpen, we get people on here in the 8th or 9th inning, and we put up 2, 3, or 4 runs. We have a big crooked number here in the 8th or 9th. Let's say the 9th. Let's say the 9th. Make everybody sweat it.
So Nola has 86 pitches. So
kind of high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, after this series, we come back home, I think, right? So,
yeah,
man, these weekends end up being long. This has been such a crucial series to try to get a win and start feeling good about something that I haven't looked ahead yet at all. So, as we're at the commercial break, who do we have coming in? Because we must have a day off, maybe.
Yes, we have an off day. We have Wheeler on the mound. We have the Nationals coming in.
Okay. So that's good news. And then Wednesday, we should have a Sanchez update. If he's feeling good. Ooh, so we do have Nola back out there. That was a filthy pitch, but just outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Nola, this is huge. If Nola gives us a strong 7 here, where the 1 run should have even been his, that's huge. Ooh.
Agree, Shane. I'd rather probably the starter. Same. And he's looked good today.
Filthy.
Nola has looked good.
He's looking filthy.
Regardless of how, hopefully knock on wood here, he doesn't have a blow-up inning, but he's looked really good today.
There you go. 15 swings and misses. Season high, so.
Yeah, that's big. That's the numbers you want to see. Like I said, we still have some time to I know we're approaching the 40-50 game mark, but we still have some time here.
0 walks too, which is huge.
But this time next weekend will be in May, so the time to hesitate will be through by this time next weekend. we won't be having these same conversations.
And that's the thing too. Like he's a different pitcher when he's going from the stretch instead of the windup. Totally different.
He really is.
So, do we have any guesses while I was away?
No.
I did not see any guesses.
Nice.
Not a single one.
So I was going to give one, but I feel like it's a gimme.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So I'm not going to give it. I'm going to give a different one.
Okay.
Okay.
Different guess. So the first, anybody that's joining in, playing the game, who am I? First guess I gave was he was a second round draft pick. Could have been by the Phillies, could have been by somebody else. He played in the Phillies, whether it was either via trade, free agency. We ruled Rule 5 out because of Chris. And second clue was a 4-time All-Star. That was a 4-time All-Star. Doesn't mean it had to be with the Phillies. Could have been with somebody else. Could have been 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1. It doesn't matter. Third clue I gave, he was a 2-time World Series champ. So, next one I was going to give, I'm going to wait because I think it's, especially in today's world where anybody can just Google what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So, for this next one, I'm going to, this was a transaction made by Ed Wade.
I like that.
I got it.
Yeah. Shout out to, I'm going to give 2 shout outs here. Number 1, shout out to Bones for in the world of Google mania where anyone can Google or grok every answer. This has been a nice difficulty. And also shout out to the chat for being pretty honest here, it seems like. So I love it.
Shout out to Chris for not getting the answer. He hasn't looked at his phone. He's playing along with you.
Yeah,
haven't looked at the phone, and I haven't paid attention to too much to the clues apparently with the Rule 5. But I think I have the answer now. And yeah, my other hint would be
there's that first walk.
That's a big hack, though. That was nice.
You know, walks always come back to kill you, and we're talking about Nola coming out from the stretch.
I just mushed him.
Yeah, let's get a double play here and get right out this inning.
And like as I was preparing for the show the other night, and then I realized I had double booked myself. Chris pointed out about the Cubs basically playing the most difficult schedule in baseball so far, where like they're done with the Dodgers, they're done with the Diamondbacks. I think it was like they're not playing them the rest of the year. They just
big play, turn it.
They're 2 of the best
That's
teams
what
in the
they
National
said.
League.
Double play.
Slim called it. Right, I think there, called it
first.
He was
Good play.
safe. He was safe.
And I need to cut you off here. Adam.
He does, Shiz.
No, I'm not the answer. Thank you, though.
Pence. Is that the answer?
Who we got?
He's
Sean R in the chat with 100 pence guess. Is that right?
Yeah, 100 pence.
Ding, 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 ding. Congratulations.
Oh, out the shadows.
We will be organizing to get this over to you. Send me a message and a social, and we'll find you. Congratulations.
So the clue I was going to give, and I switched it up when I was away. I'm like, it's going to be too obvious, especially in today's world. I was going to put he wore number 3.
Yeah.
That would have been like way too easy.
Yeah.
To give away, especially in today's age.
That's a good last one.
Like 9th inning, right before the Phillies are about to blow the lead.
All right, so we have a couple last minute guesses. Papelbon, no. Brett Myers, no. Yes, 100 pence. Congratulations.
We needed that double play though.
I know.
Ooh. Come on, man.
Speaking of segments, Slim, you know the one thing I feel like you didn't make clear when you did your song, and I think it would have been funny, and we should keep it going, that it was an AI-generated song.
Right. It is.
So, like, I feel like that adds to the humor that you're singing a song that AI made up.
Yeah, we can do songs. We can do Castellanos. Is he running in like he thinks? Oh, double play. That's right. I'm again not paying attention to the Bones' questions. I'm not paying attention to the base runners.
Hit and run,
Let's
baby.
go. And I'm the guy who last couple weeks had the situational questions, and I'm sitting here sleeping on the job.
All right, boom, Rojas, stop up.
You know what, boys? I don't know. This feels like we're on the Joe Rogan podcast. I got to take a bathroom break, okay? I'll be right back.
So I just did. It's all right.
That's fine.
Did you walk away?
Yes.
Yeah, for a good 5 minutes.
You're a ninja, dude. I didn't even realize it.
Was that our first mid-show bathroom break? Congratulations, Bones.
Yeah, I was. The girls had to go to the bathroom, so
got it. It's hilarious that he didn't recognize you were gone because he was talking for 5 straight minutes the entire time.
They're having a conversation with the picture of the guy.
So what do you think of
Exactly, Bonzi? Bonzi in the chat just said Slim was talking about Bones' picture when he left. He didn't even realize we're sitting here talking about your picture. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What were you saying?
So what do you think of Nola's, like, is this something that he can build? Obviously, it's something he can build off of. Do you think he's going to build off of it going into his next start?
I mean, I would love to think so, right? I mean, the biggest promising aspect of it was the lack of walks, right? He had 4 walks in, I think, every start outside of this one. So the command, that's huge. And also, again, if we come away with a win here, it's a big win for the team. So I think he'll get some juice from that. Yeah, because he's not as bad as he's been playing.
No, he's not an 0-5 pitcher.
No.
And I think a win would really, whether he wins the game or they win in general, I think that would really help.
Yeah,
get the monkey off his back, like you 100%. Said. Because you got like 6 losses is one thing, but you lose your first 6 starts of the year, like it's definitely. I don't care who you are. It's definitely going to be in the back of your head. Like,
right.
My team's got 11 losses. I got 6 of them. We're 12 losses. I got 6 of them. Like, literally, this is what we're talking about after every start. Like, I got half my team's losses right now.
100%. And then the other thing is, Dombrowski's been throwing this around there, and a lot of baseball heads throw that number around. That 40 game mark, right, is when you really kind of take the temperature check. And again, knocking on wood, as I even say this, if we lose this series, I even feel like a lot of the non-casuals are going to start like really almost sounding alarms. And then if we lose like this national series, it's like, all right, we gotta make changes, right? Like, because we're at that point where something's got to give. So if we avoid even having any of those conversations and we get a nice big series at Wrigley, I think it's just huge for the momentum all around.
And it looks like his night's done.
Which is the right move.
Yeah, definitely. He can go barely 5 or 6 most nights without getting in trouble. So.
Come on, boom.
That was a bad swing.
Bonzi, that same thought came to my head as I was in the bathroom. I was like, you know what? I did notice he was gone.
Lead off walk, top of the 8th. Big at bat by Bohm there.
And you know what? This lineup looks a lot better. Again, if Kepler is going to turn the corner here, and I'm waiting for him to have a big home run tonight, so I can show him some love, show Kevin Long some love.
He had his homer yesterday.
It's going to make the lineup look. I know. Why can't you have 2? If you hit 1, why not get them in bunches? You're feeling good. We had Eduardo Suarez had. Oh, there we go. Suarez. That's what we want. Or there we go. Rojas.
Bont.
Here comes the runs. I agree. But if Kepler can hit, if Castellanos comes, I like tonight's lineup, especially if Remuto and Kepler can hit. with Bone being in that 8th spot, he could be extremely strong and extremely valuable in that role. Don't get, oh my gosh, thank God, on that bunt attempt by Rojas.
Told you, nobody can bunt on this team.
Some of the advanced metrics guys believe that the 8 holes like one of the most important batting positions in the entire lineup. And Bone's a guy, man. You know, he's an overqualified 8-hole guy.
For sure.
Jesus, dude.
I'll tell you what, every man 40 and older in the Delaware Valley when they saw Rojas lay bunt there was clapping on their couch. But 1 and 2.
Not when he laid it, when his attempt.
Yeah.
Because when he laid it, they were throwing something at the TV. Hopefully Ryan's not listening because he'll bust my stins about me saying TV.
There's no way. No way.
Yep.
Hit pretty hard
Look
on
at
the
this
ground.
That's a nightmare.
He made 2 good plays there on us in second base.
Well, first of all, he's slow to get out of the box there. Yeah, exactly. Kaz, 100%.
He thought it was
slow to get out of the box. That's horrible. Yes. Because how do you get doubled up on that? That's horrible.
And it's not like it was like
that seemed like a great play.
That wasn't a line drive, right? It was a skip.
It wasn't hit soft.
It was a ground ball, yeah.
He was
not soft
slow to get out of the box. He looked at it a little bit long.
All right, so we'll bench him. He has a day off tomorrow to think about it. He's messed up a couple of times. Maybe it is a good day. Well, on the other news, Marsh left the game today in Lehigh Valley.
Hurt?
Tightness. Yeah.
Yeah. Hammy. He's hammy.
Ay. Let's get it. Oh, there we go. Gee. Yikes.
All righty.
Oh. The old rollover.
Did we win that extra innings game that first time we went live?
No.
Okay. So 3rd time's a charm.
The first time we went live, a game never happened. Well, sorry. The rain delay happened. We never watched the game. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We didn't watch it, but I'm saying that game we lost still.
Yes.
Good. Gotcha. Yeah, we might be in for another long one today.
Yeah. If we lose this, we will go to 0-3 on watch-alongs.
Sounds like our 2014 season or 2015 season. Or
0-6.
We lost every game. I think we had AJ Burnett every start we went to.
Kaz in the chat. Why is Rincones not on the big league club? I can't with Rojas bonehead plays anymore.
Probably because he doesn't give you the defense, right? That's probably your simple answer, Kaz. And
him and Otto Kemp.
Otto Kemp is dude. The Iron Pigs are off to the hottest start in their history.
So what?
Their bullpen's looking really good.
Yeah,
that's where I think the Iron Pigs can actually help us. Is maybe with one of these bullpen arms. And there's even a dude in AA who's like disgusting down there. So today he did. You're right. He's making those bonehead plays. He is.
Defense.
Right. Everybody is, right? But the truth is, he just has to get his head in the damn game. And if he is, he's fine.
That was painful.
He's fine. I don't know that I can't keep making excuses for it, but it's something that
you're muted, Slim.
I can't keep making excuses for his defense, but it's something that to me is just mentally you can change and he can be a lot better. Just that one and that Sosa one were both. The Sosa one was goofy.
Yeah.
And he just has to know that he's the guy that's always going to get it. Don't rely on Castellanos. Don't rely on Sosa. Don't rely on Kepler. You go get the ball, and then we'll take I'd rather see him be overly aggressive and mess up than have that happen. Have it fall between two guys where, because Castellanos is probably waiting for him to call it.
He's the center fielder, so if he gets to a ball, it's his ball.
Right. So, and the reason it's not even excuses. He's our best solution. Look at this team; they're great up the middle. So we need Stott, we need Turner to be better, and we also need Rojas to be a lot better because he at least has the talent and the ability to be an A+ defender. These other guys, there's no one else in the roster even close. So that's why.
Here.
So it's not excuses. You just got to give him the confidence, and then he'll go from there. He's mostly been fine.
Was just thinking that this is a big bounce back spot for him. He needs it.
Chris in the chat. Correct. Yes. AKA excuses. That's right.
Well, I just addressed it because there's no one else. There's no one else. B is simple fixes. He just needs the confidence in it. So who else is even going to be out there? Right? Silence. No one. There's no one else. And again, and it's not that just the no one else point is you need someone who you know can be A++. You know, Stock can be A++ up the middle. Turner cannot be A++. It seems like Rojas, if he's paying attention, he's A++.
If he's paying attention,
yeah,
that shouldn't need to be a even the fact that you're saying that gives you the answer, right?
He's less than 40 games in as a routine, as like a reoccurring guy, so he's good. He'll be fine. The Rojas haters can go somewhere else
because we have a prize request in the chat because we do have an extra koozie. So you guys have any more trivia questions that we could ask the chat? Anything?
Let me see. All right. I don't really have anything off the top of my head.
Give me
something. We'll think. Yeah,
well, we go in between innings here because I got a feeling we're going extras. I'll come up with something.
Yeah.
The Billy Dolan just mentioned, William Dolan here. Nothing's going to change with Rojas. Same player for 2-3 years. Wouldn't even make the Flatiron baseball team. A lot of things have changed. It seems like he's getting way more opportunities this year. With that, he has less than what's the most games he's played in a year? He's going to easily smoke that mark this year. With that being said, he has to realize that he's the captain out in center field, not Castellanos, not nobody else. He has to just take charge.
Good pitch. Bottom of the 8th here, 2 outs. Kerkering on the mound.
And you know what's funny? He has those plays, and then he has those bunt attempts that were terrible.
I think everyone's a little bit tense right now.
Hey, we're up. I said we're going to win this in the 9th. We're going to get 3 runs here. Jeez, we're leaving guys on base.
All right. There you go. I'll tell you what.
And Chris
got it done, but he got hit hard twice there. So keep that in mind, back of your minds, folks.
Yeah, I'm just going to take that as a big W for Orion. And back to Chris, the real answer is what I said earlier in the show potentially, and it's Turner. Turner has to come out and say, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win, which would be the dog whistle to play him in center field. And I mean, I really think Stott's probably the best defensive shortstop on this team.
I think that's a 2026 thing, and we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, someone needs to take accountability. Someone has to step up, and that would really help the team. Harper's, it's Harper because Turner's the guy who's here. He has no trade clause, $300 million. He has 5 more years left, 7 more years left. What did he sign for? He's going to be here for a while.
Turner signed a 10-year deal, right? 11-year deal.
Turner 10,
yeah. That's what I would say. Turner
7 years left.
He's got 7 years left.
Right, so he's not going nowhere. He's obviously a leader. He doesn't like to talk too much, but I'm sure he has plenty of bravado in the locker room.
You think Turner's a leader? I don't think so.
Loser?
No, regardless. With him being there, it's automatic because what he got paid, he has to be a leader. Right? He's going to be there long term. So he's going to be a tempo guy. Even 4 years from now, like Crawford, they're going to be looking at Turner. Aiden Miller, they're going to be looking at Turner. And I think a part of it is JT and Schwarber. They've been more mature. They've been better producers at their positions oftentimes, and they're not even getting paid like that yet. So that's the other thing, because the big four are the big four.
And it's weird because Turner has like this embedded get out of jail card, right? Because he went through the whole turnaround series. So I feel like what's happening with the fan base is they're trying not to go down that road again where they're hard on him because we kind of saw how it went. You guys feel that way too?
And
Definitely.
he's up now. He's leading us. He leads us off here. So let's see what happens. Ooh, inside strike. That was a nice pitch. Oh. Look at that. Ball got over his head.
So my next trivia question comes from a fellow Red Rider. And I'm going to be looking at you guys to be the Salesian gentlemen you are in this, or in the group.
Honor
We're
system.
women. Yep, honor system. Don't be cheating. Who led the National League in hits from 1990 to 1999?
Okay. Say that one more time so everybody gets it.
Who led the National League in hits from 1990 to 1999? No cheating. And this comes from out of tonight's game, Phillies Cubs. That's my one clue.
First guess is Tony Gwynn.
Yeah, that's a setup guess. I'm trying to think now who it might be. Yo, what's happening, my man? We're hoping it comes through here on top of the ninth. Our boy Turner here. The Phils have 300. Well, how much? $300 million on them. We got a lot less than that, and he's not coming through here.
Second guess, Barry Bonds.
Nope. He had too many walks.
Great guesses.
I got one. What about Todd Helton?
Todd Highway Helton. Nope. And again, this is for our viewers, not us guys.
Walker. I'm assuming that's Larry Walker.
No
guess?
Larry. Nope.
Yeah.
No Larry.
Ryan Sandberg.
No.
Okay.
Good guess though.
I would have said Gwen as well. So I would have been incorrect.
Yeah, we're looking for the Phils to win this game by 2 at plus 170.
Reese Money in the chat. Just subscribe. Shout out to you, Reese Money. Appreciate you. Ooh.
Did you guys see? Not Wade Boggs. Did you guys see the report that the Phillies were checking in on Ryan Helsley, but have made it like known throughout baseball that they're not going to give up Painter or Miller in any trade during this upcoming trade deadline.
So what did I lead off with earlier today? I said I obviously walked back the Turner stuff because he really can't be moved if you want to or not. But Crawford can be, and Crawford for a guy like that, I think would be open season.
I think if they go after him, they got to bring Arenado here too, and then we would really solve that problem we talked about. Move Boone to first, Harper to the outfield, Arenado, Gold Glove playing third.
And they have, I think he's hurt, but they actually have the Cardinals had a couple young outfielders that were struggling. I forget his name. He had a long last name, I think, here. Drawing a blank. But long story short, they had a young guy who's cheap, was really good defensively, not hitting the ball, but is probably offensively an upgrade over Rojas. I think he's hurt right now, so maybe that might be a dude. Let me bring up the Cardinals roster, and I'll be able to tell you who I'm talking about.
Another guest from the chat, Craig Biggio.
Nope, not Craig Biggio.
And Boa, which I'm assuming was a joke guess.
Nope, not Larry Boa. Shit, Larry Boa was a manager by 89, I think.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He had more wins managed than hits in the 90s.
Yeah, whichever corner I'm talking about, he's buried.
Cal Ripken.
Nope, not the Iron Man. And again, the clue I gave, it was Cubs Phillies. So it's coming from one of these two teams, guys. This guy's got to listen. Guys got to listen.
Chipper Jones.
Stay back to what I just said. It's between the Cubs and the Phillies. Not going to get more into detail than that.
There's the other name that might be included in the deal. Michael Siani, Siania. He's in the minor leagues right now, but he's a 25-year-old left-handed bat still, which is kind of rough for us. But defensive specialist, he's actually from the Glenside, Pennsylvania area. So if we do go to that Hensley thing, I wouldn't be shocked if he's thrown in, especially if we include Crawford.
All right, there you go. A nice little big walk from Schwarber. There are two more guesses in the chat. Mark Grace.
Oh, we got a cheater in the group.
So, Shawnee K with the Mark Grace. Did you Google that? Be honest. We'll give you an opportunity to be honest here. If not, we will award you with this.
Castellanos goes deep here.
For a bonus question,
go deep.
What other team did Mark Grace play for later in his career?
He said he's working, so that means he's not cheating. All right, I respect that.
You're working. You're full of shit.
You're working on that Google search. Now, you're an honorable man. We will so Shawnee K is a loyal Red Rider, so we will see him at the tailgate. I will bring this to both of the winners. Yeah, Willie D saying, I guess iPhones don't work at his job site.
Let's go, Castellanos. Oh, that's the stuff, man. See, when they get these good guys, I mean, that was on the outside that was just low, but I guess it's hard. It's hard not to swing. It looks, his misses don't look as ugly. Oh, there we go. Come on. And then we'll get the big
get ahead
talk.
of you all of a sudden?
Yeah, you're ahead of us now.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that chat tip gave you.
Yeah. But hopefully we get a big win.
Presley, this is somebody I wanted to see the Phillies sign during the offseason. Oh, Nikki C. Oh, Jesus Christ. This would have been a perfect way to end this show. Chris talked about Nikki C for an inning, half an inning.
Nikki C flies out. Oh. Barely any real estate left over on that one. Brutal.
Who we got coming up in the order for these guys?
Slim, you're on mute. You know that, right?
Yeah, you still are.
Yeah, you're on mute for like a minute.
Missed it by 6 inches, something like that, half a foot.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yep.
That would have been a great way to end this. That was rough. He thought he had it too. That was, man, what a not bat. Yeah.
You got 1, 2, 3 coming up for the Cubs here.
Who's in for us? Who's pitching now?
That I don't know. You got Tucker coming up second. Happy is a switch hitter.
Well,
Suzuki here.
While we have some dead air here, let's give some more marketing for an upcoming event that we have. On Friday, May 9th, we have is it the 9th or the 13th, the watch party?
9th.
9th, right. So Friday, May 9th, Love City Brewing. We're doing an in-person watch party, guys. So come hang out. Slim Bones, me, we'll all be there. We're bringing a nice crowd. We'll get there probably around 5:36, right, Slim? That's what you're leaning towards. And
yes, sir.
it's going to be a blast. They have a nice setup down there. Come hang out. You don't need to like beer. If you do like beer, great. If not, they have cocktails. They have ciders. They have it all. So come hang out Friday, May 9th.
And again, I guess as we're waiting here, I'll get
Yeah.
out because hopefully we get out a quick inning and we put some runs up here in the top of the 10th. But all right, here we go. Alvarado's coming in. We'll get to it next commercial break. Hopefully this game doesn't end. Hopefully I'm not giving out sad slim pick'ems at the end of the bottom of the 9th here. But like I said, slim pick'ems, we're back to 11 and 29, minus 7 units. $10 are down over 70. $100 bettors about 700. $1,000 bettors, you already know how much you're down. It's a ton. But long story short, we're looking to take the Yankees tomorrow, minus 1.5, plus 140. You're going to be able to take the Tigers tomorrow, minus 1.5. That's going to be plus 145. And then you can also take the Braves, minus 1.5. It's not posted yet. They're going to be big favorites. You're going to have to lay the juice. If they don't hit tomorrow, you can double down and put 2 units on them for Tuesday. Or for Tuesday. So, again, the Yankees, big out. Yankees tomorrow, minus 1.5. Tigers tomorrow, minus 1.5, and the Braves tomorrow, minus 1.5. The Tigers are playing the Astros, and the Astros stink, and the Tigers are looking like real World Series contenders here early on. The Braves I don't think they're legit, but they're playing the Rockies, who are terrible. They should honestly be, there should be investigations into how bad they are. And then the Yankees are going to play Baltimore, and Baltimore really hasn't turned a corner. They're still in the basement in the LA East. So we're going to take a couple of these big favorites just to keep it chill.
Thank you, Slim. Big at bat here. We got Alvarado versus Kyle Tucker, an MVP candidate. Huge spot, lefty.
Yeah, here's the big dog.
Ooh, yeah, this is a big trade acquisition for them this all season, and negotiations have already started for big contract for beyond this season. And this is a guy I would have loved for the Phillies to go after.
And he spoke on that before the game. He seems semi-aware of all of it. You know, it's definitely not. He says he's a. Oh, man, that ball is flying. I'm hoping that doesn't stay low and in the middle.
And this win was a huge factor all weekend.
Is he just going to put him on at this point?
It's a good question. I would. Yeah, I think I would as well.
I probably won it, but there you go. Yup. That was a strike. It got on there. Yup. See, that's why you always battle. You're the best. All right. Nothing Alvarado can do. Let's see what happens. Oh, 100.
100
you
miles.
Throw 100. You always test them.
Count.
Test. Who watches? You always test them. Got some WWE fans in the place. Test. This is a test.
Uh-oh. Oh, right at him. Right. Kepler got it. All right, 2 outs. Let's go, baby.
Oh, man. This is the clinch zone. Things are starting to get tense.
That was a nice swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this guy's looking to get paid $500 million. So every at bat for him is cash.
Just missed it.
Again, we can't sleep on this guy. We have their designated hitter. This guy's paid just to hit, and we've seen he's been having a big season. Also, was he rumored to be mixing with us? Was he a free agent this past?
Yeah, he was one of my targets. Oh, he's having a very nice at bat for us so far, though.
We'll take it.
All right, nothing to hit here.
Ooh,
Alvy.
Jeez.
Yeah, I always like edging Christian myself, and I don't know if you guys watch any of those behind the ring style stories, but man, wrestlers are absolutely maniacs, including Edge, Christian, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's off the rails. Oh, that looked like.
Oh, I'll take that. We'll take that. All right.
Put your bat back on the. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say it. Wow, this is a hell of a game.
Free baseball.
How are we feeling, chat? Sunday, 9:30.
Over under 7.5 pitches.
Over. Over. Who got our last out? Castellanos. So we got Remuto, Kepler, and then boom. All right. I have confidence in those three guys. I really do. I think all those guys are ready to show something.
I love that positive energy that you're showing right now. So in our, we've had 3 live watch along so far. We had a 3-hour rain delay and now an extra innings game. Nice.
Yeah, that game went.
The rain delay won extra innings too.
And that one extra innings, right? We had to cut it off.
I know this game. I'm gonna be so excited. I'm actually having. I'm gonna have, what do they call it? I got a vocab word for you guys. Crap. What do they call it? What do they call it when you have a meal at midnight and not a midnight snack?
A meal at midnight.
Yeah.
Late night snack.
Something past. Whatever. I'm gonna make. Long story short, I'm making pizza burgers after the game. I'm gonna eat late. I was hoping the game would be over by 10, which it could still be. And I'm gonna eat real fast. And
What are you making, a pizza burger?
yeah, I'm gonna make some pizza burgers. I was debating tacos all weekend. I got this ground meat that's been out. I got to cook it up. I said, you know what? Let me make some pizza burgers. So look out. Maybe the next Slim influential video will be.
Oh, Slim.
What's happening?
You gotta tease your red corner dog for this Saturday.
Oh, right. We do got to figure that out.
Well, tease it up. Don't say what it is, but.
So we've been in the lab. As you know, we've been in the lab. We have a red corner, and it's going to be a take on an authentic Philly everything. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the most delicious, most Philadelphia dog you ever had. It has flavors inspired from the Northeast. It has flavors inspired from South Philly, and it has flavors inspired from Flatiron. So you got to come down to the tailgate. I'm telling you, this Red Rider hot dog that I've crafted, it's going to knock your socks off.
Yeah, if you come to our tailgate this Saturday, you better have a red corner dog.
You'll be full on one too. It's not one of these things. I'm telling you, it's legit. I promise it's legit.
Won't be able to do the 999 with these.
No.
And it's a specialty dog. So you're not just getting a hot dog with some onions, mustard, ketchup, and relish. No. We got something special whipped up for you. And we're going to be bringing the meats. That's my hint.
Ooh.
Someone has to.
This is what pisses me off. During these, this is the worst rule in baseball, as I said before. But
Ghost runner.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome.
What's going to happen here is JT is going to roll one to shortstop or third baseman. Next guy's going to pop up. For some reason, we just refuse to put one in right field with a guy on second base, especially in extra innings.
I like the ghost runner. I think it adds pressure. Anytime you can add pressure and speed to the game, I think that the higher IQ players stand out. So I'm for the base runner. And we see the pitcher here getting himself in some trouble. So here comes JT Remuto. He's calm. He's cool. He's looking to get paid. He's going to come through here, boys.
Nice at bat so far.
Yeah, people who hate the ghost runner, you got to grow up. It's the new way. It's honestly, it's fucking awesome.
Mark that down. 144 and 28.
Yeah, I'm not editing that one.
You keep that one in there.
Oh, it's a ball 4 swing there, JT.
And one thing, I brought this up before, a lot of teams go with the intentional walk. So I'm not sure if the Cubs are one of those teams that go by that philosophy. They intentionally walk the first guy. But if they are, this is disrespectful pitching to JT, because a lot of teams like setting up the double play right off the bat, especially to the better hitters. How is it not baseball?
What do you mean?
Good. There you go, baby.
And I like that it's not. I like it not for the playoffs. Keep it for the regular season and not for the playoffs.
Well, they have it in the playoffs.
Do they keep it for the playoffs?
Yeah.
Cool. Even better. Even better. I'm trying to compromise with the old heads, but even better.
Slim, to your point, if I had to guess, I think the pitcher's approach there was they were okay if they walked him. They were trying to get him to chase on a strikeout there, because if you see those last two pitches.
Right. Yeah, they're both outside there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down here keeping an eye out, not too far from the stadiums. Hopefully, actually, never mind. They're
We get a Max Kepler.
The ball, big. Yeah, these Kepler at bats are big. He seems like he's dialed in. He's getting a little bit more comfortable. I think maybe he was pressing a little bit early on here. And you brought him up the last episode. He's a $10 million man.
Right. All right. This guy doesn't have the control right now. I love it.
Yeah, but Jerry, how corny is it when you have it? Here's the truth. And me, Adam, and Devo, we won championships together, not in baseball, but in basketball. And the way we won was we just ran a zone defense and bully balled people, and it wasn't really even basketball. At some point, when you have pitchers who delay the clock, they throw junk, they make things, they slop it up, it doesn't become baseball itself. Once you put that ghost runner in and you have that, you speed that game up, everything to me becomes more efficient. You don't lose the chess match. It makes it more of a chess match. Makes it more of a chess match again.
Jerry, how did you like him mentioning our basketball experience to defend the ghost runner? I didn't see that one coming.
There's hacks. That's all.
You have a beautiful mind.
We always want talent to win through. And I'll tell you what, you can talk to the boys from Nativity, the boys from MDG. You can talk to the boys from St. Tim's, all the Catholic leagues, all the teams we beat, and they'll say, hey, those St. Anne's kids didn't have the talent, but they won. And the reason was because we just muck it up. The ghost runner gets rid of mucking it up like that, as does the pitch clock.
No, you listen. No lies detected on that.
Come on, Kepler. Huge spot here, man. Let's go. See, Daddy said there's no ghost runner in the playoffs. So double check yourself, Bones. Bones, are you sure, Bones?
What's that?
I'm
See,
sure.
Daddy in the chat said
there is no ghost runner in the playoffs.
Right. So I was right there. There's no ghost runner in the playoffs.
All right, load them up, baby.
There isn't?
No.
No.
Come on.
No ghost runner in the playoffs.
So what's the point of having during the regular season? I don't get it.
First off, it speeds the game up.
I don't care what it does.
That's why.
Baseball's long and boring anyway. Why don't you just keep it long and boring?
Not anymore. Not anymore, Bones. Not anymore. You're what we call the last of the
bases loaded. Phillies not good in this situation.
You smell that? You smell that? Good time for his first home run, baby. Grand slam. Let's get it.
Here we go.
All right, so anything less than 2 runs out of here is a nightmare. Seriously.
Let's fire it up. Look at Boom. Look at that. Look at that camera angle. We got to get that for the once we get our studio outfitted. You know that the rotating one.
We got it all. We got it all lined up. Don't worry. So Chris N in the chat saying he hates that idiot is famous. The Philly bald-headed painted guy. I missed him.
The Philly sports guy.
Is he at the game right now?
Yeah, they just showed him on there.
Oh, I missed him.
It's at the. Are you talking about the guy who does the Eagles games? Or
okay.
He does. Yeah, he does everything.
Okay, that'll work. Bring one in.
Man, if the wind out there does
third,
something.
get the third. Nice. All right. Now you do the same thing.
Look at that.
He always swings first pitch.
Oh,
He really does.
there he goes. And they gave him some extra time too there, Chris.
Say again?
They just
I
gave
missed-
that guy that he's complaining about some more camera time.
I missed him again. I was hoping that would have been so sick.
Yup. That was good ball right there.
Good piece. Good piece.
Now we got Chris's boy up for a very big opportunity. Uh-oh. No way. Oh, my God. That was –
I was just going to say take him out and have someone else hit there.
what are they looking at? Oh, they're challenging it?
That was a disaster.
What were they looking at?
I can't hear the audio, but he went like this to roll it on. Does that mean he's out by a mile? Looks like.
From what I gather, you're allowed to block the plate on a play in the infield, right? So is that what they were looking at?
That would be so clutch.
What
Doesn't seem so. It looks like they're
they
getting
weren't
back in.
allowed to look at it? I mean, they weren't allowed to block there?
No, I think they are allowed to block at it. So
Well,
I think like the ball has to be like in the outfield or something for that where they can't block the plate like that.
And Rojas had 2 terrible punts today. 2 terrible punts.
We got to see the replay on that. Was that ball potentially going foul and the first baseman scooped that real quick and got him out at home? Because that's a nasty play if that's what happened.
Could have been. It was a hot bunt.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that was like wow, let's watch this replay here.
Yeah, it probably would have been foul.
No, yeah, I don't know.
Just brutal.
Really?
Like, that's not even a good sacrifice bunt.
No, they should never had him in. No, honestly, the way I would explain and excuse that one is he shouldn't have even been in there. You know, you got a chance to put some runs back on the board. You can put someone else in, and hopefully the defense is fine. Again, look at this guy. He doesn't have the control like that. This is another big spot for Turner. Just tough, man. That is tough to have Rojas up there. Yeah, I would love that. A grand slam for Trey Turner here. 100% agree. I feel it.
I'll take a single.
Yeah, I'll take that too. We got hope in Trey Turner here. This guy, Merriweather, he snuck one in there, but Turner.
I like that he took the first pitch there, though.
Yeah.
Let this guy throw a strike.
I think he's going to get a double here. Get some extra bases, double or a home run. There you go.
That's a good hold off.
Yep, make him throw a strike. Exactly so. 2 runs here is huge. Let's go. We're both sitting here quietly as here comes the windup and the pitch. Oh, foul ball. 1-2 count. Over on pitches here.
Way over. We're way over.
Phillies have no hits this inning, so we're due. Phillies have no
all
hits.
Walks and the sacrifice.
Turner 3 for 5 will be a huge day, man. Huge day for Turner. Let's go.
Gets a 3 for 5. The Phillies are up 4-1.
This might be close. He's safe.
Yes.
Let's go. That's a huge run.
Don't
There we go.
get me started. Man, play that music.
Wow.
Where's that music? Let's
That's a
go.
big
Let's go. Let's go.
beating.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Was he no doubt about it safe there?
Yeah, look at the first baseman's eyes. He's
Yeah,
crying.
no doubt about it. Oh yeah, not even close. That's
Look
huge
at
run.
that vein in his neck. I hope he comes out after this game and says, "Let's go, Philly." I get paid $300 million, and there's some haters in the chat. People say they don't have confidence. He's saying, "Guys, I know you're Turner, guys. I know you guys are in your other group chats talking Turner up before we signed him. Team USA, he's still that guy. We need him to be that guy."
What do we say? 2 runs, right? 2
Yep,
runs.
reverse jinx.
Yep.
You guys can't see, but my legs.
That's good to see him busting down the line like that.
Oh yeah.
You guys can't see the bottom half of my body, but I'm telling you, I look like an Irish river dancer right now. My legs are going crazy. Yeah, baby. And yo, I don't just sing. I do enjoy dancing a little bit, and a couple of vices for those who do like to dance, or if you never danced before, just dance with your waist down. You know, keep your hands, your upper body. You know, don't bring your hands up, and you'll be fine. All right, because we're going to be dancing tonight. We're going dancing tonight.
Here's the tough conversation. Who's on the mound?
Who's available? Who went yesterday? Strom's not, right?
What's his name? So Alvarado just went, what, 1 inning?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a long one. I doubt they're going to bring him back out.
You would think that he's probably not going to go back out there, but that's a conversation, right? Him. Strom just went. Obviously, there's Romano.
Yeah. It's a Romano versus Alvarado.
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, those are the only two guys.
You know I'm a Romano guy. You guys already know. Romano. Put him in. Give him a chance.
I really don't want to see him take the ball. I really don't. He doesn't deserve it.
They better clear the bases.
No, I don't know. And as I said, you know what? I'm not stopping. Put him in. We're not stopping. Nothing negative.
Let's pile on here, though.
We ain't going to stop.
Some more runs.
Yeah, let's add some more so we can put Slim in.
Imagine Bryce hits a grand slam here, then it won't even matter who's on the mound.
I'll be singing James Blunt Beautiful if he hits a grand slam.
He was swinging for it. Watch, this guy walks a lot of people, too.
I think this is our longest show to date. Come on, big homer here. 0 for 4. We're due.
I think Bryce comes through here.
What's that?
Good eye. Yeah, make these guys throw strikes. They haven't thrown strikes in like 6 at-bats.
Absolutely.
You're asking a tall task here.
Let's go. Come on, Brycey boy. Oh.
That was a hanger.
That was it.
And like right now, I don't know. The book on him is just throw him all speed stuff. He's going to swing at it.
Dude, that's a pitch to hit right there.
Oh, God.
Like he's way out in front. His helmet's almost falling.
He's not.
Look at that. And then he's laying on the fastball. 92.
I got to run to the bathroom again. I drank too much water.
All right. Chat, did you guys see anything on the bullpen activity that we might have missed? Check here. Check the Twitter sphere. That's right, Bruce. That's why he's a 10-year guy.
Who's that?
Talking about Turner. Yeah, Shane's saying it looks like taking his eye off the ball early. Alvarado go back out here. That's what we were just talking about, guys. Honestly, if there's someone that's going to blow it, I'd rather it be him. I got to see what his pitch count was, though. I don't think it was too much. Yep, head in the outfield, not following the ball, 100%. Jerry. And Jerry, don't worry. We have that cup coming your way. I know you won one of our prizes. We have that coming your way. All right, let's see here.
11 pitches for Alvarado.
Yeah, put him back out there. Put him back out there.
They already faced the meat of the order. So now you're going to be looking at the think it's 5, 6, 7.
No, look who it is.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
What do we got?
We
If you
got
Oh, here we go.
buckle up.
I believe in.
Yo, this could be
I want that good vibrations.
he's in the zone right now.
He's sweating bullets already. His tits are sweating. I can see him.
So this is a huge, huge spot. This is back-to-back opportunities where he gets put on the mound with the ghost runner, right?
Right.
So that's going to be a huge window for criticism on Rob. I said on the podcast, I said I'm already at the point where I would not put him in a high leverage opportunity. So let's see if Rob proves us wrong.
And I said I liked this stuff the last game. I thought it was unfair, despite the 27 ERA.
The only counter argument is we have no arms now.
First they fixed his mechanics and they fixed his tipping. The truth is he's been hurt for a year and then he came out looking terrible. So he just hasn't had it in over a couple of years here. He just hasn't done the job in years at this point.
Yeah.
But I still think he's going to get us out of this inning.
Quick 0-2. Okay. That's big. That's gigantic.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Huge for his confidence.
And it looks like he goes with the baggy uniform. He looks like he's kind of a little bit cork ball. He kind of does have that mentality of the wacky reliever.
Are you combining words that you saw in the chat? Because someone just called Corky.
Did they? No. Cork. What? I can't say.
You're trying to say like quirky.
Yeah, I can't say it. Corky and quarky are the same words to me. They come out the same way. So apologies. Big pitch here.
Oh,
man,
that's the second pitch that he threw 2 feet ahead of the strike zone.
Dude, that fastball rises. It looks like. And really, we need him. We talked about this so much. We need someone to emerge.
Oh, pitch. Again, here we're in extra innings, bottom of the 10th. Phil's took the lead. We have 3-1 lead over the Cubs.
You can tell he's zoned in. After he makes those pitches, he's taking 2-3 steps towards home plate, almost as if he's following that ball, as almost as he's the ball.
Surprised they haven't moved the runner yet.
Yeah.
Well, who's on there? It looks like it might be a Maya, someone who might be a little
Suzuki.
Suzuki, okay.
All right, here we go.
Swanson's one of my least favorite players in the MLB. Ooh.
Cool.
I'm going to defer all the comments that I want to say until after the game because I don't want to throw any negative energy out there right now.
There's none. He's going to, like I said, he looked better that last start. He's looking solid here. Oh, that was tough.
Good stop there by JT.
Hey, the man, keep him here. We got the pieces here. We can still do this.
That's a big play by JT right there.
We got a Chicago fan with a glove, like a big dork. Nighttime sunglasses, black glove. No way did they win this.
That was a lot of violations right there.
He's dorkier than Corky here.
Okay.
Nice pitch.
Okay.
Nice pitch.
That should not do anything there. That should not get him over, right? No. Not the left field.
No.
Not the left field. It won't get him over.
Nope.
All right.
Here we
2
go.
outs. So you have a 2-run lead. You have a man on second. Nothing in. Keep it away here. Nothing for him to pull. Because you just don't want the long ball. That's all he's thinking right now. No long ball. Very good pitch.
Warner has made a couple big plays in second base there today. Great defensively to see the back.
Okay. Oh, there you go. There he goes.
He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. But you know what?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Slim
Mono.
Pickens comes in through for all those people. We
Yeah.
hit every series. We're
Yes.
coming back. That was a big 1.7. So that makes Slim Pick'em here. And I'm sorry to jump the base.
No, hit it, baby. Hit it.
That that gives us 3. Yeah, we're minus 6.3, 12 and 29 for the year, minus 6.3. Actually, even better, 5.3, 5.3. So we're right back in this. We're going to be
Ooh.
back.
That was
Tomorrow,
a nice play.
Yankees, Tigers, Braves, double down. They lose. Let's go.
All right,
that was a good
guys.
play. That was a great
That was
play,
a
great
great
game.
play.
Awesome hang tonight. Let's go.
Huge
Awesome.
series win after Friday's
We
game
called
where
it.
It
We
looked like
called
it was
it.
going to be a while.
Yes.
That's why I
It's like a
sang
long
the
series.
song.
Yup. No, so Slim was all over this one. The Phils win the last 2 games of the series here. Huge victory, guys.
Huge Nolan. Like, give Nolan the game ball. Give
Huge
Romano
Nolan.
the game ball. Give
Um,
Turner some love tonight.
give Turner some love. First victory live stream. We're all back in on Romano. We're going to call him Romano again. Guys, thanks for hanging out.
And
This
hey,
Saturday-
shout out.
This
Go ahead.
Saturday, come hang out. Jetro, 3 o'clock, live music, Red Corner Dog, drinks, food, everything. And then Friday, May 9th, come hang, Love City Brewing. Bone, Slim, final words, and then we'll close it down.
Yes, let's go Phillies. We're right back. Let's go Phillies. We're right back in this. Thank you for all the Red Riders for hanging out, chatting, doing what we do. We're turning the curve here, just like the Phillies, and just same thing with Slim Pick'ems. I want to give shout-outs to Reese Money, especially. Let's go.
Let's go. Bones, anything?
Yeah, take it 2 or 3. Big series win. And how about I finish off with what we usually do best?
Yes, let's end this the way we always do. And I hear you guys on Romano. I'm just trying to be a little positive here. All right, let's go. Yeah,
All right.
Bones, you're up.
So on this date, 2003, Kevin Millwood throws a no-hitter against the San Francisco Giants. Ricky Leday had a leadoff homer, and the Phillies won 1-0. This day, 2003. And then on this day, 2014, which would end up being the last year that these two were together, Jimmy Rollins and Chase Utley played their 1,000th, 90th game together at shortstop and second base. It was the most in Major League history for second base and shortstop tandem.
Wow.
And happy 50th birthday to one and only Pedro.
Well,
Fitz.
Bones, you got to add one. In this day in Phillies history, Trey Turner became one of 3 active players with 13 career hits and 250 career stolen bases. So right now it's only him, Altuve, and Marte. It's kind of hard to add, but it's noteworthy as they're interviewing him here in the post game.
No, good ad there.
Because Altuve's old as heck, Marte's old as heck, and we talked about we got Turner for another 7 years. So both him and we're actually gonna be able to see Harper approach 500 home runs. So we have both Turner and Harper. They're the leaders, so we need Turner. I would love to hear what he's saying here, but we need them to really be leaders. You said you don't feel like he is, but they have to be due to the longevity and the money.
No, 100%. Guys, thanks for hanging. We love these live chats, something we're just starting to do. We're going to keep on doing it. Have a great night. Go Phils. We will see you Tuesday.
Go Romano. Go Rojas.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Good night.